Good morning. This video is about our world. This video is about what's going on in our world right now with regards to global warming and environmental protection. I guess you could consider me an Earth Firster. I've been an Earth Firster for a while. And I'm dedicating this video to Paulo Paulino Guajajar, who just lost his life. He was killed by some loggers and some miners in Brazil. He was protecting his family and his tribe's part of the rainforest that they always lived in for like thousands of years and thousands and thousands and thousands of years. And now some loggers and some miners, probably backed by banks, like the Bank of New York, come and just say, yeah, we're tired of having to deal with you. We just want your trees and want your land. We're just going to kill you. And they killed him. There's a witness, there's a survivor. We'll find out what the details were later. And but this video is about people like Paulo and me, because we're actually trying to protect the earth. We're actually trying to save it while everybody else is destroying it and screwing it up, especially banks. So people have to understand what is the intrinsic value of a tree. What does a tree do for you? Can you really place an economic value on a tree? What's its value? Oh, somebody at like a logging mill will tell you that tree right there is worth $3,000 and blah, blah, blah. But that guy's an idiot, because that tree has no economic value that you could put. You can't put an economic value on it, because it's giving you oxygen every day. What is it supposed to charge you for the oxygen it gives you? So now the economic value of a tree is going to be determined by the amount of oxygen it puts out. So you can't make those kinds of equations. And you can't put that kind of value on something because, quite simply, what is the value of your oxygen? What's the value you place on being able to breathe? But also, what about shade, and what about food, and what about jobs with dignity? Providing for those trees and caring for those trees and harvesting their fruit. So really, like, my plan is, aside from being an activist against banks like the Bank of New York, I'm going to be planting more trees. I've already planted about 30,000 trees in my life. So it's like, wow, everywhere from Costa Rica, Chiapas, Guerrero, Oregon, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Vermont. I'm sure I don't remember, but I planted probably a couple of trees somewhere there in Spain and Greece while I was there when I was younger. And, but really, we need to start thinking about putting the money back in the earth. Taking the money out of the bank and putting it back in the earth. See, the bank destroyed the earth and destroyed its resources to make money, right? So there's this economic value to the earth because of what the bank tells us the value is. So my plan is, little by little, to take all the money out of the bank that I can and put it back in the earth and plant a lot of trees. And not just any old tree. Lots and lots of fruit trees. I'm about to show you. So this is the first part of my program. This is the first part of my project, really. So that if people like Paulino die, and miners are gonna kill them and try and take their land, I'm gonna create more rainforest. I'm just gonna create more and more rainforest. And that's all we're gonna do here. Here, this is my friendly little orange tree. Oh, my little orange tree. This is another little, I think this one's a lime tree. This one's a lime tree. But I want you to look all around here in back of me. There's a palapa in back of me because I built a palapa. It's kind of cool. It's not done, but we're going to finish it. Here's a mango tree. That's one kind of mango tree. Here's another mango tree. This is another kind of mango tree. Wow. Here's another kind of mango tree. Wow. Here's this is a different mango tree right here. And this guy's not doing so hot, but we're healing him back. That's a cacao tree. That's a chocolate tree. Cacao for chocolate, yeah. Like, that's going to go up in price in the future. So you can do things that still have an economic value, but you're doing the right thing. Here's another mango tree. There's ways to take your money and invest it properly that still provides value to you as an investor. Look, this is an avocado tree. That's kind of cool. Here, this is a starfruit tree. That's starfruit. This is what's called a moringa. I'm sure somebody will like this tree. This is a pistache. This is a pistachio tree. And here's more cacaos. Okay, on this 1,000 meters of land, there are 120 trees. There's coconut. There's guanabana. There's mango piña. There's mango patacón. There's mango oro, mango panameño, mango ataulfo, and mango criollo. There's 4 different types of avocados. There's a thing called zapote. There's another thing called chico zapote. I'll show you the zapote. There's the zapote. Isn't that cool? Look at that fucking thing. That is so cool. Look at those leaves close up. Okay. Pistache, papaya, cacao. I even have some corn planted here. Right? I have a coffee tree. I have passion fruit. I have pomegranate. What else? Am I forgetting anything? I'm sure I forgot something. Oranges, tangerines, and limes. And I got some chili and tomatoes growing here somewhere too. And I decided that if everybody would do what I'm doing, maybe not 100 trees. Let's just say everybody took 10 trees. And they decided to care for 10 trees. To care for them, not just, throw a seed in the ground and go, oh, I planted a seed. No, care for them. Take it to the next level. If everybody did that, global warming would disappear because the human activity and the time spent on that human activity would be different. And you wouldn't have any time to go spend on things that destroy the earth because you'd be trying to plant trees. The vibration inside of you would be different because you'd know you'd be doing the right thing. You'd have a job with dignity caring for fruit trees. You'd be providing food for others in the future. You'd be providing oxygen and shade. So you'd go home at the end of the day with a much different vibration in you instead of feeling like crap and being angry and abused and used by the corporate infrastructure. Just a thought. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to be doing more of it. This is just one project. There's going to be more and more and more sustainable projects where we're not going to build slap-dab concrete houses and pave, driveways and stuff like that. We're going to be doing a much more ecological approach to sustainable living. Of course, that's part of it. That's why sustainable living is ecological. And but we're going to be planting trees. And in case you didn't get it, I'm not trying to plant a farm. I'm trying to plant a forest. So all the trees get planted a little closer together. And in the future, if I need to, I'll get rid of a couple. It's called a managed forest at that point. But anyway, I just thought I'd share this because today the news was that Paulo Paulino Guajajar was murdered by miners and loggers who were backed by banks. And we can't have this anymore. We can't have more rainforest destruction. We must stop. I've been saying this from when I was a kid. This little girl came to the United Nations named Greta Thunberg, and her message was basically my message since when I was her age, except nobody listened to me since 1979. Everybody's like, oh, yeah, no, we'll be on the moon by 1999. Remember that program, Space 1999? Yeah, forget it. We can't even keep our forests. Forget about getting any off the planet. We can't even manage this one properly. So until that happens, I think we all just need to sit down and talk so that we can make that happen, so that we can manage our world better. Thanks. This is Leopold Richard Bamberger Alavizos reporting to you from the Oaxacan coast, planting trees as usual.